Hi friends, welcome to a little travel journal vlog. This is a travel journal that I made when I went to Buenos Aires, Argentina with my Uncle Jim in December of 2016. Unfortunately, he passed away in June of 2017 from an inoperable brain tumor. I hope none of you ever have to experience that yourselves, whether as the cancer patient or a loved one. But this trip was very special to me. I love my uncle. He inspired my love of travel, and I miss him very much. So without further ado, let's get into this. This is totally homemade. I didn't really follow any designs or plans or anything. I just wanted a simple, small way to document my trip. So it's cardstock. The inside pages are just basic paper, and then I've got some stickers and other details throughout, and I will link supplies if I can find them in the description down below. So Buenos Aires, Argentina, December 2016. This is the view from my uncle's apartment in Argentina. It's in a neighborhood called Palermo, Soho, and it's gorgeous and so fun. We flew from Portland to Ezeiza, the international airport in Argentina, and stopped in Atlanta, and it was a super long but good flight. The botanical garden, it turned out to be one of my favorite places in Argentina, in Buenos Aires. It was so beautiful, totally free. There's cats that roam around that are pretty well cared for. I loved it, and if you ever have a chance to go, I encourage you to do so. Kept a small list of what I did every day. Unfortunately, during this trip, I also was pretty sick myself. Nothing as serious as what my uncle was going through, but I didn't do as much touristy stuff or as much exploring as I would have liked due to a major gastrointestinal problem that eventually required surgery. But I started almost every day at a coffee shop called Latte and Tea, espresso and brew bar. When you're traveling, if you are feeling like you're missing home or you're not grounded, I strongly encourage you to find a coffee shop or a park or somewhere that you can go to every single day at the start of your day, just to start things off, to get you into a routine and to get you out of your house or hotel. This is a tiny little tea bar. It's super cute, super relaxed and chill, and I just loved it. I love coffee, and I took a little picture of my Americano mug or cup. It was delicious. Start your days with a routine to ground yourself here. Latte and Tea is delicious, comforting, and friendly. I had a cafe Americano and a leisurely letter writing session there almost every day. It was just, like I said, a great way to start my days. This is a chalkboard wall at the coffee shop. I've been there a second time, and the chalkboard wall is still there, as is the little dog in the coffee cup. Super cute. People wrote their own little notes all over the place, and I just loved it. No Panico was a super cute little shop that I went to. I got some postcards, some little tchotchkes, some adorable little things to take home. This is a little garden that you wouldn't even notice on most days. It's behind a fence, and I just happened to see it walking by, and I love it. I love finding little secret gardens whenever I travel. I think they're so cute. They give you a little insight into what the town looks like outside the main streets. And this is one of my favorite quotes. "In the end, you won't remember the time you spent working in the office or mowing your lawn. Climb that goddamn mountain," by Jack Kerouac. Buenos Aires and Mexico City both have crazy amounts of graffiti as well as murals. These are a few pictures of a few of them. This one, Love is in the Air, is actually part of an alley where the entire alley on both sides is covered in murals, and there are several of those in Buenos Aires. So if you're ever in the Palermo, Soho neighborhood of Buenos Aires, please go check them out. They're awesome. They're so cool. Buenos Aires is home to what is considered one of the world's best, most gorgeous bookstores called El Ateneo Gran Splendid. Cafe Impresso is a coffee shop on the stage, because the bookshop itself, as you can sort of see, used to be a theater. The boxes here were closed, but all of the tiers are lined with bookshelves, and there's all sorts of different sections like any other bookstore. It's huge, it's ornate, it's beautiful. My only complaint was it was so packed with tourists that it was really hard to move around and to actually enjoy the bookstore. It wasn't a bookstore where I felt like I could linger, where I could just browse and peruse the books, but I still loved it. And in a future video, I will share with you one of the books that I bought there, because I haven't found this book anywhere else. So Cafe Impresso. El Ateneo Grand Splendid is one of the highest rated bookshops in the world, with a cafe on the former theater stage. It is huge and gorgeous, but I like Dane Usina Cultural much better. Dane Usina Cultural and, what's the name of it? Oh, and Libros del Pasaje. Those were two of my favorite bookshops in Buenos Aires. My second trip there, I made sure to go back to both of them. They're terrific. They're much smaller, much less touristy, and I know one of them has a coffee shop inside. I don't remember if the other one does. These two pictures are from the Botanic Garden again. I don't remember where this is, but I do recall it's in a cultural area with a lot of tourists, but I just thought it was a really cool, fun public sculpture. Lucha por tu Educación. This was graffitied all over in an area around some schools and some government buildings. My uncle and his friend, and now my friend Pedro, and we all had to go do some business in the area where I saw this. I just thought it was a really moving and important piece of graffiti. In that same day, we went to lunch at Tostado Cafe Club. Oh my gosh, this lemonade was so good. Fresh squeezed lemonade with mint. And this tuna salad was amazing. I've never had a tuna salad this good. I think it was the dressing. I'm not sure what was in the dressing other than lemon, which that lemony flavor came through really strongly, but it was so delicious. Tuna, spinach and other greens, boiled egg, tomatoes. I believe there was a chickpea mash in the middle, some carrots, olives, and a few other things. This was so delicious. I wish Tostado Cafe Club existed here, but it's probably a good thing they don't, because I would go every day. It was so good. More graffiti. I loved this piece. It was absolutely one of my favorites. On one of our last nights, we went to dinner with my uncle's friend Sebastian and his girlfriend. We went to El Preferido de Palermo. I had a lentil dish. It was vegan. It was delicious. If you go to Argentina and you eat meat, make sure you eat a beef dish at a really good restaurant. It will be the best beef you've ever had. For the most part, though, I really like vegan and vegetarian food, so the lentil dish I had here was delicious. And lastly, my uncle and I, this trip happened to coincide with Christmas, so for Christmas dinner we went to, I think it's called Rieti. For dinner, I had an amazing salmon dish. We had delicious desserts. We shared champagne. It was just an amazing, wonderful, lovely, lovely meal, and I am so glad I got to spend it with my uncle. The one thing my uncle taught me throughout his life is that you should live a great story. Be yourself, love yourself, indulge in your interests and your passions in a healthy way, and explore the world. And where should I go next? Obviously, for many of us right now, this is a big question with the pandemic going on as I film this, but hopefully it will end sooner than we think. Until then, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.